Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome to number 98 of our live streams. And not only is it number 98, so we're getting close to that 100, but also the huge news that the 5-star batch is finally here. Now, anyone that's watched my channel for quite a while now has known that I've been saving my shards up since last December. Since last December, I've been saving my shards. Originally, I was just saying next 5-star. Weren't sure where to pull from. Said I'm going to save up at least 2 to get Elita and get Ratchet. Then I saved up enough so that I can get a 3rd. Waiting for the new batch. New batch come out. Still weren't sure. I'm still not sure, to be honest. Yeah, I'm still not dead set. But the new batch is here. We can review it. And hopefully we can sort of, between the play tests and myself, we can maybe instill a bit of faith in people that this batch is a good batch. But yeah, we'll go through all the batches. Well, we'll discuss each one in a whole. We'll go through the changes according to SpaceX, what they put out there, so that anyone that's not seen them will see. And yeah, we can literally go through them bot by bot, talk about how they, why they've changed them, and how good they actually are. So let's get the chat up and see who we've got. So who was the first in? Mitchell was first in. How's it going? We've got Blastwave as well. Good to see you. Amav Gav, I think this is the first time I've seen you in the stream. So yeah, welcome to the stream. We've got Sharks here, who's one of our moderators. Now, if you're not in our Discord server yet, come and check it out. It could be maybe the biggest Transformers Earth War server out there. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. It's pretty big. We've got about 360 members now. I think it's 360 Sharks here? Or 260? 360, yeah. 360 members. That's incredible. So, yeah, come and join the Discord server. Come and check it out. A lot of good guys in there and a lot of good info. Anything that's posted in the VIP chat, we'll try and post in there to keep everyone informed. There's guys on hand to give sound advice about which bots to upgrade, things like that. So, come and check it out. We're also doing really well in terms of subscribers. 1,670 now. We're just 330 short of that 2,000 goal. We've flown from 1,500. So if you're not subscribed yet, guys, go and subscribe. It's 2 seconds. All you got to do is click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and then you'll get notifications on all new videos that I do. You'll never miss a video ever again. So who else have we got? We've got Zero Hero, who's a regular in our stream. Welcome. Coulter as well, Prime 45, Wood Popcorn, Silverbot, another one of our mods, Brad Channing, welcome. Jason Rowley as well. Who else have we got? We've got Wimblade as well, welcome. Trevor Knight. Anyone else that I've missed? Philip Martin, Remy as well, welcome. Stoking Beta as well. Welcome, everyone. So, Mirage is here, is he? I don't think he is in bed. No, he's in bed. It's definitely late enough for him. He's gone bed. So, just a little disclaimer. This is the test server. So, this is not my actual server. I do not have 150 million coins on my account. This is the account that SpaceX gave to me so that I can test the new bots and showcase them to you guys without having them on global, because that wouldn't be fair, would it? Let's be honest. So it's just a test server. So what we're going to do first, guys, we're going to go through the notes section. So looking at, just give me a second. So looking through the notes. So this is the notes that SpaceX have put out publicly, basically, for everyone sort of see what we've done to the bots and what we've what we've changed. So looking at Blades and Dirge first. So we'll get them up on screen. So we've got the Decepticons maxed out at level 65. We've got the Autobots around 60 and 61, depending. And so the changes are, there's been a cost reduction to 5 plus 3. for all the star ratings. Each ability level now goes up by 0.4 for the 4-star, 0.6 for the 5-star, and 0.3 still for the 3-star. So if you have got a 4-star Blades, that means he will automatically get a buff tomorrow when he's released. Because he's gone from 0.3 to 0.4. Not a huge buff, but he will. Defense is hacked by the 5-star. And now at 80% speed for the 5-star, so which is a lot. And it now is a bit clearer, basically. Because people thought it was 80% less, which is 80%. Laser Optimus has been reduced to 5+, which is incredible. He's increased range slightly. Ability mode has gone from 15 to 10 seconds. Now that sounds like a nerf, but it's actually a buff because it does the same damage, but in 10 seconds now, rather than in 15 seconds. So it's actually a buff. Reduced number ricochet, but like I said, but the initial damage is increased, so it does more damage again anyway. And his G1 cores had a buff as well. Jetfire and Starscream haven't had a buff, so to speak, but they their G1 cores have a rework, so to speak, to be like the EO cores, but to also give them protection in terms of the what's it called now? Yeah, cool, give them protection. That one, yeah, that one. Rhinox, when he first came out, was the pick of the bunch, but he's had very little other than he now negates mines. So not a big deal for Rhinox. And Smokescreen has had a huge buff. And now the amount of damage done to a building when not destroyed is 2 times higher. It's now 40% health. He can kill defenses as a 5-star. 4-star is still 30, I believe. The damage multiplier against bots is higher for the 5-star version, which means there's a lot of damage against combiners and outpost bots. His range has been increased ridiculously. And the long-range passive ability also receives a higher damage multiplier against bots. So that's his general normal ability. So, looking at Jetfire first. So, Jetfire is pretty much the same as Firefly, but a bit more in terms of damage, a bit more in terms of health. It's not much different, really. The only advantage, really, of having a 5-star over 4-star is that you can kill defenses at 6110 and equip a prime core. So rather than having an EO core, you can actually have a prime core or power core in there, whatever you want, really, basically, other than enhanced ordnance. And for me, that is quite big because I have to have enhanced ordnance on like the Silver Ball and Jetfire, which is just means that the 2 cores then cannot be used. You can't use 2 prime cores in those. And then you've got healers that have heal beams, so you're just limiting the amount of cores. So Jetfire 5-star is still, he will be the best jet in the game. Unrivaled. He will be the best jet in the game. Because Silver Bolt with Billbots is not perfect. And before this, Firefly was the best 5-star in the game. Best 5-star jet. And probably maybe one of the best 5-stars. 620 DPS, 10,000 health is still decent, 5,000 damage without an enhanced ordnance core. And if you put an enhanced ordnance core on, we'll keep that one for Blades. I've got another one, got one there. And he now does 6,200 damage with an EO core at 10. So impressive. Now, we did talk about in the playtest chat about giving Jetfire and Starscream some sort of buff, but we also agreed that if we did that, it'd make the other jets less relevant. So if you buff the 5-star, you'd have to buff the 4-star. So it would maybe make it so that, you know, the other Jetfires weren't as good, really. So we thought, let's just keep him as he is. He's still good. Jets are still massively part of the meta. So yeah, a really good bot still, and by no means is this like a bad pull. I wouldn't put it out there. It's still a good pull. Next, we have. Let's just go down a minute. Next, we got Rhinox. Now, Rhinox had a bit of a split between the playtesters. Originally, a lot of the playtesters said Rhinox is not really that good, but 2 or 3 playtesters said, "Are you joking? He's actually amazing." The guys that use him say how good he is. And actually, there was a guy that used to be in our alliance that said how good he was. So there was still a bit of confusion on how good he was. We were all talking, saying like, well, is he that good? So we weren't too sure. So we tested him, and he's still pretty good. But when this batch came out, everyone agreed that Rhinox was probably the pick of the bunch. Now, for me, he's probably not. He's probably one of the worst ones in the batch. Now, what you've got to think of is when this batch came out, if everyone thought Rhinox was one of the best in the batch, and now he's one of the worst, you've got to think about how good this batch actually is. If he's gone from the best to the worst, probably. So the only thing we've changed really is that he now negates mines. So mines don't stun him anymore. It's a bit like Goldfire in that sense. So yeah, not much difference. It's obviously been increased. It does a lot more healing because it's a 5-star, a lot more health, a lot of damage. So it's still really good, but not much in terms of being changed. So onto Blades. So when we started with Blades, we all agreed that on paper Blades seems really decent, but no one used him. Everyone said that, yeah, we talk to people all the time. People say, yeah, Blade's actually pretty good, but no one used him in top level wars. And we all agreed that really maybe it's just down to the cost. So we decreased the cost. So the cost is now 5+3, which is super cheap, to be honest with you. But then we also agreed that it didn't do enough damage. It just didn't do it. It's all right hacking it, but it didn't do enough damage. So we also upped the damage and also increased how much of their original speed they attacked with. So at 60-10, does about 1,387 damage, and then 1,705 with an enhanced ordnance core. So it does a lot of damage now. A lot of damage, like a ridiculous amount of damage. People use him different ways. Some people use him on outpost bots. Now, in the test server, it doesn't work on outpost bots. We talked to Space Ape. It still works on the server, but Space Ape noticed an issue and said that it'll be fixed on release. If you have any issues with Blades tomorrow, make sure you send a ticket in, and I'm sure they'll get it fixed. But it does hack outpost bots. So hacking outpost bots, hacking defenses is ridiculous. Like, he hacks it for 11 seconds now. Ability 10, 11.4 seconds, 80% of the speed. So it's ridiculous amount of hacking. And obviously with 560 DPS, that's a crazy amount of DPS. So to give you an idea, 560 damage and 12,000 health. And then you look at Jetfire, he's right behind them in terms of damage, but more health. So in terms of damage and health, it's up there with the likes of, you know, the 5-star Fireflies, 5-star Silverbolt, and 5-star Jetfire. So a great addition to any walk team. And what you can also do is, because it's super cheap now, you can walk and just hack anything that's in front of you. Plain and simple. It's literally that simple, honestly. So yeah, Blades looking really good. And Blades is one of the first ones we worked on, and the first ones we were set saying, this bot is fine now. He's good. I want him. And everyone agreed that they wanted him. Next one we've got is Laser Optimus. Now, this is probably the one that we worked on the most. So, Laser Optimus is ridiculous. I'm going to go out there and say that he's one, if not the pick of the bunch. Ridiculous. So, to give you an idea, so everyone agreed in the playtest that he's absolutely awful. Everyone agreed that. So, first, Space Ape reduces cost, and we said it's not enough. It's not enough. He needs reducing even more. So, reduced it right down to 5+2. So we also agreed that it needs to stop hitting walls. But the problem we've got is that it's almost impossible to stop it from hitting walls. And Space said they'll try and fix it on a release. And it has got better. They've tweaked it. But it's not going to stop hitting walls. But don't let that put you off. It's also been slightly increased in terms of range. And a few of us wanted the range increasing even further. But the health and damage are some of the best in the game. 26,000 health on 489 damage. But I'm going to put this out there. And this is what will convince you how good he is. So, what does everyone think of Sentius? Put in the chat now what you think of Sentius. How good do you think he is? Is he all right? Is he good? Is he amazing? Is he average? Is he in your war team? What do we all think of Sentius in terms of ability? So Sharks has put amazing, 10 out of 10. Stuck in Peters is good. Silverbolt, godly. So these are sort of words that you hear. Amazing, better than Impactor. So top 3, Warbot, God tier. These are the kind of words that you hear. Okay, so looking at 4-star Sentius. So Sentius is at 6. So Sentius does 1,000 damage for 10 seconds. That's 10 damage. That is incredible. Laser Optimus does 23,000 damage on his ability. Double what Sentius does. Double. Just let that sink in for a minute. He does double the damage of Sentius. It's like having 2 Sentius on the map. That is a ridiculous amount of damage. Now, granted, I've not done the calculations, but that's also his G1 core. But that's only 10%. That's still about 21,000 damage. So for all those that before this were thinking Laser Optimus is awful, honestly, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And you've got to think to yourself, I'm obviously building this batch up. So we've started with Jetfire. We've gone to Rhinox. Blades is really good. Laser Optimus is amazing. And we've still got Smokescreen to go. So yeah, an amazing bot. And then we've got Smokescreen. So the problem with Smokescreen is when you look at him on paper there, it's not that impressive. It's not that impressive. So we'll talk about what we did as playtesters. So it was already buff when we got him. But the problem was we all said that his ability is okay, but his range was awful. So Space Ape increased the range. And then again, we said, it's not enough. It needs increasing. So we've increased his range to almost that of Silverbolt. He can pretty much reach anywhere on the map now. Not quite all the map. I'd say 90% map. So like a proper, real sniper. So we buffed his range. Now, it says there it does 2,100 damage. It actually does a bit more than that. It says it does 11,000 damage to an enemy bot. It does more than that. And it kills any defenses with 40% health left. Obviously, with a volatile mixture, it needs that to sort of give it that bit of a buff extra. But you don't need that on it for the 40%. And I could just see someone ask why you can't hit HQ. Because they don't want someone just sniping the HQ. Because it actually does about 15,000 damage to bots and about 2,500 damage to buildings at this level. But yeah, I agree, Brad Channing. The health is not great, but the damage is ridiculous. But the idea is, don't forget, he is a sniper. So he sits right back. So he sits well back from the rest of the team. I just want to give a shout out as well to Denal Kid. He's asked me a few times to give him a shout out and asked me, I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. So what I've done is I want to go for a few stats of people and they can sort of quote these in the chat. So a beam laser. If you can get a beam laser down to 2,760 damage, which is pretty much what a 4-star Elite or Saber can do at 6110, then Smokescreen can finish that off in normal battles. In hard mode, you need to do 3,036. So a mid-60s Saber or a 5-star Elita, he can finish off anything they generally do. After that, you're looking at mortars with a max gold core. You need to get them down to you need to do 3, 4, 2, 7 damage to them. Mortars in hard mode, 3,770. Cannons with armor, 3,660. Cannons on hard mode, you need about 4,000 damage. So there's only one bot in this game right now that from a distance can do 4,000 damage to structures to leave enough health for Smokescreen to snipe. And that's 5-star Goldfire. Only 5-star Goldfire can get to 4,000 damage. Well, basically, if you put Goldfire over the entire map, and if you've got enough ability points, Smokescreen could snipe out any structure other than a shock tower. So if you've got a 5-star Goldfire at, say, around 6310, I know it's high, but 6310 does around 4,000 damage. So you can use the Goldfire across the map and then snipe with Smokescreen. Again, if you're going to use Saber or Elita, then it's generally just beams on normal or hard mode, mortars with a max gold core on normal mode. But once you start using mortars on hard mode with the extra DP, the extra HP, then it can get quite difficult for him to snipe. But he's absolutely, honestly, crazy. Yeah, exactly, Brad Channing. It probably will be cheaper than doing a 2 Saber swipe. But don't forget, Goldfire has slightly less range. So you have got to take that into consideration. But Sharks as well, you've got to remember that if you've got a 5-star Ramjet, I'm talking about Prime League. I'm talking about Prime League with the hard mode buffs on top. So obviously, in Cyber League, all you need is a decent 4-star and 5-star Elita and a 5-star Smokescreen. So yeah. So when this patch came out, everyone was like, "Oh, Jetfire and Rhinox, I'd have the rest. I don't want." Tables have been turned. Literally, Jetfire's okay. I personally don't want Rhinox. It's crazy that even when I was picking my batch out that I thought would come, I wanted a 5-star Rhinox, and now I don't. I really don't. I don't really use it that much in my war team. I've got the 4-star level 50. I don't really use it, but yeah, Jetfire and Rhinox are okay. Blades is very good, but Smokescreen and Laser Optimus are absolutely incredible, and I can't say that enough. Like I said, double the damage of Sentius. And we're going to do a so. Here we go. So we've got Sentius, and let's put Laser Optimus in there. Base trial, yes. Now, don't forget, guys, that the 4-star counterparts will also get a buff. So 4-star Laser Optimus will get a buff. 4-star Smokescreen will get a buff. 4-star Blades will as well. All these bots that have been buffed will also buff as 4-star as well. So we've got 3 structures, 6, 12, 18, about 19,000 damage. And we've got a harvester, which is about 23,000 damage. Sentius here. There's Optimus there. We'll put Sentius on that. He's hit it already, but we'll give him that. Then watch Laser Optimus. And that's the difference there. Laser Optimus has almost finished all the structures off, and Sentius has still got the structure there. He's still got about 10,000 left. Laser Optimus has gone right. He gets protection from his G1 core. You see it bouncing there. And you can see it is hitting walls less. It has improved. It's not there yet. We can see there, we've already started, and already we've cleared a huge amount of the base. We have got no ability points left, but that section's gone. That is gone. Easy to use, laser Optimus at the start of the battle, clear a whole section, and then walk the rest. Keep one back. But yeah, absolutely crazy damage from laser Optimus. And I can't stress that enough, damage it does. Vincent, it's hard for me to compare the range increase because obviously it's just been buffed on this server, but it's not a ridiculous range increase. It's a few squares, so nothing crazy. But yeah. But generally, it's hard when you're trying to target something far away. I see Brad Shannon saying that Sentis is too strong to be a 5-star. Well, this is pretty much it. This is what a 5-star will look like. I honestly think that if you had a 5-star Sentius, that is what a 5-star Sentius will look like. Oh, you mean as in terms of range? Yeah, we can have a quick look at that in terms of the Sentius range and Laser Optimus range. Battle them both together, and then we'll let them battle it out, and then we'll drop a gold fire, and we'll have a go at Smokescreen as well. See, I honestly won't be disappointed though. Be totally like, don't get me wrong, Rhinox. I'm gonna get Rhinox and then break my phone because of that much bad of a pull. It's not a bad pull. He's just not as good as the rest. He's good. He's just not amazing. I honestly think, like, I'm not just saying this. I honestly think that Laser Optimus and Smokescreen are amazing, and then I honestly think that Blade is very good. So Blade would be, you know, a decent pull in that batch, and Laser Optimus and Smokescreen will be the pick of the batch. And yeah, I agree that Smokescreen's health is not amazing, but yeah. Sharks is asking about Amalgamus. I'll be honest with you, I've only really tested properly for the last 2 days. Before that, it was all testing bugs and just seeing where they were at, waiting for the changes. But yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. So put them both down together. So Laser Optimus is there. So yeah, pretty much identical. Pretty much identical ranges. Let's try them both. See them. I can imagine this being a ridiculous combo. Yeah, that's clearing a huge area. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Can we get one more out of it before they die? Need to kill that combat bot. Causing all sorts of problems. Oh, it was Goldfire. It wasn't a combat bot. I thought it was Goldfire. Oh, Chromia's killed it. Chromia's ruined it. But you can see that the 2 bots have cleared a ridiculous area. Crazy. So now we're going to have a look at what we've got, Blade and Smokescreen. So we've got Goldfire, we've got Blade, we've got Smokescreen. We're good to go. Yeah, exactly, Brad. Yeah, it just shreds a huge area. And yeah, it is a lot. Don't get me wrong, it is a huge cost eventually, but 5 plus 2 for that much damage is crazy. So we're going to use blades first. We're going to hack a huge area, see how it goes. Now, obviously, blades are better on shock towers and on sort of very clustered base. This is not a clustered base. This is very spaced out. So you've got to keep that in mind, even with that. And that's not making excuses. I'm just saying that this is still quite impressive. So we've all seen Blade's ability. We know how it works. But then what we can do is we could drop Smokescreen. And here we go. Do you want to see his range? That is Smokescreen's range. That is his range. So the gold fire just burn a bit. The only problem I say with Smokescreen is judging when it's at 5% health. That can be quite difficult. And pew! Gone. Gone. Oh no. Now I can finish it off though. Gone. Gone. So that's quite impressive. But what we're going to do now? So you're seeing his range. So there's 2 ways basically of using Smokescreen. There's 3 ways, but 1, don't use the ability just to do damage to buildings. It's not that impressive. It's not that good. The main thing is finishing off buildings. And, well, you might say that's the main thing, but Sharks, I think, is a small indicator that shows it's at 40%. It comes up. So, what we're going to do is... Oh, hang on a minute. I forgot the combiner. Forgot the combiner. Goldfire Smokescreen combo won't work in Primely due to my Cronus box. Well, we'll get to that in a minute, Vincent. We'll get to that in a minute. Let me just activate combiner, make sure combiner beacon's working, and then we'll go again. No, tell him hello from me. Okay. Activate combiner. And here we go again. What's it going to show us the new super buffs? There's no buffs that I've seen yet. So, yeah. There's no buffs yet that I see. I do agree we need buffs on them, but it's not there yet. So, we've got Goldfire, and he's got the age maximum on. So, this is what I've been generally doing sacrifices. So, go up to that there. Go up to that there. Drop combiner. And we'll get him up as high as we can. Do some damage to that there. And then we go to Go Fire. And then the age means they'll all start smashing the hell out of that HQ. And once the effect's worn off, so I'm going to cover our bots. Now this is, I'm going to slow it down. This is a level 18 or 19 Defensor. And you can see there, two shots down, two shots from Smokescreen, and a level 19 Combiner is gone. Any outpost bot with 16,000 health is killed in one shot. And this is how we do this now with blades. This is how we use blades. We just hack everything in front of him. And we can snipe that. That's gone. We can snipe that. That's gone. Can hack up there. And you can see the red target there appear. That's gone. Chromium is causing all sort of problems there. I hate Chromium Outpost. And this just emphasizes how annoying she is. One shot. And two shot. Down, gone. And gone. So you see there that basically any outpost bot with around 15,000 health, then they can be shot once with Smokescreen and they're gone. Two shots for a Combiner and gone as well. So for, in essence, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18 ability points. Granted, that is a lot. For 18 ability points, the enemy's Combiner, pretty much all the outpost bots, gone. Maybe even say 15, leaving a bit of health to go. But yeah, crazy. But someone mentioned earlier, and this is going to really blow people's minds. Let's put Prime League on. Let's go hard mode. The question you're going to ask is, will this bring that back backdoor attacks? That's a good, valid question. It really could. Like I said, people could use that sniping for that reason. Who knows? But you also need high-level bots to go with it. Okay. So, someone mentioned earlier, yeah, but Smokescreen together in Prime League with those pesky build bots. Build bots. You mean them build bots? Goodbye. Bang, gone. Build bots, gone. Bang, build bot, gone. Can't quite reach that one, but you get the idea. Build bot's gone. So, those build bots that everyone hates just get sniped. Simple as that. Granted, it's a lot of ability points. But if you're going to use a high level, Volcanicus with you could take 2 out pretty much. 2 are normally close. 2 out with Smokescreen, that's 4 gone. Then you can take them out with Silverbolt. Silverbolt cheap player. Autobot Centauri says Laser Prime is 59.8. That's going to be immense. To give you an idea, I've got Laser Optimus here at 60-10. Now, even as a 4-star, do 16,000, 17,000 damage. That's 16 or 17,000 damage. That's 6,000 more than Sentius at the same level, to give you an idea. And again, 20,000 health and 388 DPS for Laser Optimus. Sentius, 377, 20,000 health. Very similar, but a bit more damage from Laser Optimus. So yeah, so Laser Optimus, pretty much like Sentius. So when you're thinking of a 5-star Sentius, that 5-star Laser Optimus we see there, that's what it'll look like. So if you think about Laser Optimus being like a 5-star Sentius in terms of damage, health, ability, and then if you consider that Jetfire is better than Firefly and he's the best 5-star in the game, and then if you consider that Smokescreen is going to be pretty damn good against any sort of AoE bots, it's a good batch. And I think the play testers when we did it, we had that in mind. We sat out at the start and we said, listen, everyone has made their mind up about this batch. Everyone, this batch is trash. We've got to convince people otherwise. And we literally set out to do that. So we said, listen, Ryan, everyone thinks Rhinox right now is decent. Everyone's saying a 5-star Jetfire is okay. It's not bad. I'll have it. So let's sort of leave them as they are. They're okay. Give them a slight increase in, the normal stats for a 5-star. Let's focus on the 3 that everyone is saying is trash. Everyone was saying with Blades was trash. Everyone was saying Laser Optimus is trash. Everyone was saying that Smokescreen is trash. So we said, listen, what do we want to see? And the problem we've got is that sometimes we want to make improvements in the game, but we also don't want to break the game. We also want to make it so that, the game is enjoyable for everyone. But every time we bring a new bot out, people say like, oh, that's going to get nerfed. 6 gun. Okay, it does wall hump. And it does need a bit of a fix. But when 6 gun come out, everyone was like, yeah, this bot's going to break the game. He hasn't. People don't use him as much as you think. He's very, very good. Definitely war team material. But he's not broke the game. And these sometimes we need to push the boundaries a bit and see, because, the newer bots need to be good. The newer bots need to be better than the older bots. Why would you collect the new bots if the old bots are better? If, with the likes of Sunstreaker and Optimus Prime and Ironhide and Mirage are better than any bot we bring out now, then why are we, why even get the new bots? Why even try? So, yeah, I honestly think that this battle, I think playtesters in general, hat off to them. I think, we've done a really good job. I'm not just saying that because I'm one of the playtesters. I really do think that. And it gave me a massive conundrum. Part of me was like, you know what? I don't want this batch to be that good because I don't want to have that. Everyone that's watched my channel knows that I've got 3 pulls. And all I've got from batch 4 is Elita and Ratchet. And I've chased Elita for a long time now. So that's guaranteed. And I've got 1 pull left. And part of me was like, I want to go for batch 2 or even batch 1 or batch 3. There's certain bots there that I still want. Even batch 5 of them. There's still bots in each batch that I definitely want. But part of me was like, I don't want this batch to be that good, so I don't have that conundrum. But I really have got that conundrum. I really have. And part of me wants to pull all 3 from this batch. It really does. Because if I get Rhinox and Jetfire, I still want one of the 3. I really want Laser Optimus. I really do. I'm not just saying that. I really want Laser Optimus. For me, him or Smokescreen, if I get Laser Optimus, it'll go straight into my walk team. He'll be immense. I know how to use him. Smokescreen, I think I'll have to start from scratch, using Goldfire and then using him and then working out the best way to use them in wars, especially with the build box. What's most efficient in terms of points? That's the question I've got to ask myself. Do we use Saber instead with Smokescreen as well? So yeah, in terms of Smokescreen, I'll have to do a bit of learning. In terms of Laser Optimus, he'll fit straight in a walk team. In terms of Blades, I'll have to get used to using him. I've never really used him as a 4-star, and now he works, but I've never really used him. So yeah, exactly, and that's a good point there. Sharks has put that you can't lose on this batch. This batch, for me, is it the second best batch? I don't think you can beat batch 4 because Blaster and Elita are so good. So good. But is this batch almost good as batch 4? I don't know. But even just considering that, even just saying that it might be as good as or close to, for me, there's no bad bots in this batch. It just means that how good it is. And so everyone is aware, tomorrow, I'm a bit gutted that it's not video 100. But tomorrow is video 99, and I'm going to pull all 3 5-stars live tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is, straight after the stream tomorrow, I'm going to pull all 3 5-stars live. Finally. Everyone has watched my channel. Every time that I show those crystals, everyone's, pull it now, pull it. No. So yeah, I'm finally going to pull tomorrow. 8 months in the waiting. I'm finally going to pull. I'm well on my way to another 5-star. I think that after this event, I'll be on about 2,000 shards. So I think that by the end of the year, I'll have another 5-star pull. And no matter what happens, that 5-star pull is definitely going to be from this new batch. Definitely. Can't not. So what we're going to do is stop stalling. It's going to be tomorrow. I'm definitely not doing it tonight now. Definitely want to do it. I wanted to do it on video 100. I really did. But I can't longer. I can't. We're going to have a look at some stats of the bots maxed out. Because I know there's a lot of top guys out there that want to see them maxed out. So we're going to look at what crazy sort of damage to do maxed out. So don't forget this is without a G1 core. So 1,500 damage at 6510. So to give it, so 1,500 with a G1 core. He does 1,500 without, plus 10%, so 10% more. So at 6510, he'll do around 26,000 damage with his G1 core. 26,000 damage. 550 DPS and 30,000 health. That is a monster. That is a monster. And I think that honestly, he's finally worthy of being a prime. It was quite annoying that Optimus was good. Even Beast Wars, Optimus, Monkey Prime was good. But finally, you know, Laser Optimus was never a prime. Let's be honest. He was so-so. But now he's finally, you know, worthy of being called a prime because he's absolutely, honestly, a beast. Then we've got 5-star Tarantulas maxed out. Again, 500 DPS and 28,000 health. Ridiculous figures on their own. And obviously there you've got about 2,500 damage, 714, 28,000 damage. And then add the heal on top of that from Rhinox. So, yeah, he's still really impressive. 15,000 health, 700 DPS. 700 DPS, that is ridiculous. Granted, it's 6510 again, but that is crazy DPS. Crazy. 764 DPS, which again is ridiculous. And 6,200, that's without enhanced auto. So we're going to add that on. That's just base, don't forget, guys. That's just his base damage. You could add anything to that. My Cronus if you wanted to. 7,000 damage. Crazy. And then Breakneck, 688 DPS. Granted, his health is not great. That's why he's a gunner, though. That's why you got to keep him safe. You know, like other gunners, you know, there's other gunners that are like that as well. It's giving health. Granted, level 60, but still, those sort of jets you've got to protect. He has got low health, but he does make up with it with crazy damage. Crazy. And I've just seen as well, look at me, he's put about Optimus going to be a crazy outpost killer. He is. It is going to be crazy putting him in an outpost. If you see him in an outpost, goodbye. See you later. It is going to be that OP. Whether there's going to be a, you know, some sort of counter for that, that's for the apes to work out. Could be. But you got to say the blades in an outpost as well could be ridiculous. If you can catch them all in his area of effect. So you've got to think that if you had the likes of Chromia, it's going to slow him down for 30 seconds. And then you put in the fact that, you know, you've got blades for 11 seconds as well. You've also got to think if you put Smokescreen in an outpost, he's going to pretty much kill one of your bots. One of your bots is gone. See you later. Whichever bot pops that outpost, he's going to snipe them, gone. That's ridiculous. Then you've got to think of, obviously, Jetfire. You won't really put him in an outpost. Maybe not Rhinox either. He'll probably heal defenses and do damage. But, yeah, I think Laser Optimus and Smokescreen in an outpost are going to be ridiculous. And I honestly can't wait to try them in outposts. That's the first thing that I do when I get them leveled. So the idea is pull all 3 5-stars tomorrow. Get them leveled up this weekend. Get them to 40 or 50 this weekend. Maybe 40, all 3 of them. And then next weekend, Super XP, maybe 50 this weekend. I don't know yet. But basically, leaderboard weekend, we're going all at it. I want to get all these new 5-stars up to 58, 60. So by leaderboard weekend in about 4 weeks, all these new 5-stars are going to be at a spot where they will be impressive in an outpost. I just really hope that I get Smokescreen or Laser Optimus. Probably Laser Optimus. I think Laser Optimus is probably the pick of the bunch, which, considering, you know, he was absolute trash and was in oblivion before this batch is announced, to where he is now, I think that's incredible. If we can get a bot from where he was to where he is now, I think we could do that with any bot. Any bot can be improved that much. So I'm super pumped, super pleased. Cannot wait. I really can't. So tomorrow's stream, what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to pull the new 5-stars. If you've got any questions about, want to see them work, so go and have a think, guys. Have a think. Go and think. Well, he didn't answer that question in the stream. He didn't show me how this one works. He didn't show me that. Go and have a think. Think of anything you want me to show you tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. We're going to pull the new 5-stars. We're going to go back and see, you know, if we're impressed with the polls. And you know what? I'm not going to give it away, but even now, it depends on what I pull first. I'm going to pull somewhere first, decide on then which way I want to go from there, and that'll determine where we go from next. Who's to know? But yeah, like I said, come back tomorrow, guys. We'll have a look at them more in depth. Think of any questions you want, and we'll try and get all the questions answered. We're pulling new 5-stars, probably straight after the stream. I'll ask the apes to give it a shout out in the stream so that everyone know I'm doing it. And then straight after the stream tomorrow, we'll get on with the business. We'll get them pulled. We'll get them leveled. We'll get using them. We'll see how they go. That's all we can do. So thanks for everyone for watching today. Appreciate everyone. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe, guys. You won't miss another video. It doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't do anything. All it does is every time that I'm live, every time I post a video, a little notification comes up just to say that I've posted the video. It's there to watch or that I'm live. That's all it is, guys. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, guys. If you're not in our Discord server yet, come and check it out. A lot of good guys in there, a lot of help in there, a lot of good information, especially if you're a new up-and-coming player and you're not in the VIP. Any VIP information goes straight into our server. So yeah, make sure you check that out. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. I hope that I filled everyone with a bit of like a bit of faith in the play tester that we've done a good job with this batch. That it's a really good batch. And don't forget, I think I'm not mistaken, Engineer Hoist will be doing a stream later on. He normally does a stream just about an hour after mine. So make sure you check out Engineer Hoist stream. I'll be there. I'll say hi to anyone that's been in the stream as well. And yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, join Discord server. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.